HQ Sports. What is up? I'm happy today. How about you? After a long rain delay in the Bronx yesterday, which meant more ice cream and junk food than I should have, the Yanks brought home a win, so I'm in a great mood. I'm your host, Lauren Gambino, and I'll get you feeling happy in no time, just like me, with some money, of course. This is HQ Sports, the live mobile sports game where you win cash for being the super fan that you are. I'm gonna take you through 12 rounds of sports trivia. I'm talking all kinds, from the major leagues to MMA to musical canine freestyling. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you really never know. You better be well versed, because if you get all 12 rounds right, you'll win a piece of our $1,000 prize. Consider it your rookie signing bonus, something like that, huh? And really, look up musical canine freestyling. It's quite enjoyable. Hey, you're also going to be earning points for every question that you answer correctly. Points are amazing because they help you level up and earn those free passes. Free passes literally give you a free pass on questions, making your odds to win increase. And we and Vegas love good odds, don't we? Pick up a points multiplier to up the ante even more and start raking in the points. Oh yes, our season 3 finale is on May 20th, and we are giving away a lot of money that night. So you have plenty of time to get your levels up, bro, and your gains for that matter. All right, team, you know the drill. Before every game of HQ Sports, Coach likes to get you warmed up, nice and loose. I don't need you pulling any hammies, or in our case, pulling a phalange. It's a serious HQ season-ending injury there, so be careful. Hey, you can find us on Twitter at HQ Sports. That's where we always ask our warm-up question, or you could drop it in the chat right now. We are well into the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it has been a wild ride. What have been some of your high points or low points so far? I'll go first. Drop your answer in the chat as well. I mean, it does feel like this was so long ago, right? But Tampa Bay, how'd you get swept? The Blue Jackets surprised us all, huh? Yeah, that was interesting. At bdoyle613 says his highlight was definitely his Isles sweeping the Pens. Low light was his Isles then getting swept. Live by the sweep, die by the sweep. At Omaha Tiger says, I have been a St. Louis Blues fan since their inception. So much grief and frustration over the years. This is finally our time. And so Haley, 25, says Carolina upsetting Washington and the New York Islanders, and they're about to make history. And this can also finally be the year that St. Louis wins a Stanley Cup and finishes the drought. Oh, more exciting things to come, no doubt. We got Game 7 between the Avalanche and the Blues in just about an hour. Let's see what happens. As always, thank you so much for playing along with us on Twitter and in the chat as well. It's our time. Let's get into it. To the over 79,000 players ready for your big moment, let's get into position and let's play ball. Round 1 starts right now. If a hockey player shoots right-handed, what hand is placed lower on the stick? Right, left, or both? I'm doing it right now with my hands. Oh, you can't go into my face. That's a bummer. Well, it should be an easy one. It's round 1. A righty would hold the top of the stick with their left hand, and with the right hand about halfway down. The lower hand controls the snap of the shot. Oh yes, look at him, Joe Pavelski there. I hope he's back tonight. What do you think from that bad head injury? All right, right is the option here. That was the choice we were looking for. 46,356 of you getting that one right. Yeah, that's right, Game 7 tonight. I want to hear your score guesses in the chat right now. Before we move on to round 2, there's nothing worse than getting out on a TKO and then watching along to see that you knew every other question and you could have won, right? That's the worst. Pick up an extra life so that that doesn't happen. You might fall, but then you're able to get back up and win this thing. Let's try. Round 2, here we go. What kind of pitch is thrown with as little spin as possible? Screwball, knuckleball, or curveball? I promise I'm not throwing any of these at you right now. It should still be, kind of fairly Fairly easy for you, sports fans. This pitch is very difficult to hit if thrown right, but can really cost you if it isn't. The grip and push of this ball create a very minimal spin, causing unpredictable motion through the air. R.A. Dickey reinvented his career by mastering the knuckleball. Knuckleball is your answer here at round number 2. 53,977 of you caught that one just right. No spin. You didn't need any spin on that ball to get that one. And we are going to keep this game going. Round number 3. Here we go. What soccer team just pulled off a massive upset to knock Barcelona out of the Champions League? Manchester City, Liverpool, or Roma? Caught this game yesterday. It was out before the Yankee game, and it was on everywhere. This was the second game of a 2-game matchup, and Barcelona won the first game by 3 goals. Oh, and they have Messi. And this team was missing 2 of its best attackers. Liverpool wins 4-0 to knock Barcelona out cold. Liverpool is your answer here. 45,656 of you know that they are moving on, and it looks like they're going to be playing Tottenham in the final. That's going to be exciting. Who do you want to win? Let me know in the chat. Round 4. What NBA player made the highest percentage of his shots from the field this past regular season? Nikola Jokic, Steph Curry, or Rudy Gobert? Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, but technically, the highest percentage shooter of this season was Jazz center Rudy Gobert. You know what I always say, Gobert or go home. Never said that until this point right here, but it works. He should be using that. Rudy Gobert is your option here. 16,657 of you. Wow! You survived because this was a TKO. Bam! Down and out for the count. There it is. Over 40, how many people is out? 43,000 of you. Wow, that's so many. Here at round number 4, take your time, take a deep breath, grab a sip of water. I hope you had a free pass or an extra life, and let's get right back into the ring with round number 5. What player led the NFL in interceptions thrown last season? Ben Roethlisberger, Cam Newton, or Sam Darnold? I get dizzy from the TKOs too. I could barely count. Well, nobody threw more passes than Roethlisberger last year. Also, no one threw more passes to the other team than Roethlisberger last year. Ben led the NFL with 16 picks thrown, his second time leading the NFL in that unfortunate category. He obviously was not too thrilled about that one. 17,858 of you here picking Ben Roethlisberger. Wow! This is another semi-TKO here. That was a tough one there as well. Wow, over 35,000 of you getting eliminated here. Let's jump back in. We're only halfway there, round 6. What is the only still existing country outside of Asia to have won a medal in Olympic women's table tennis? Germany, Sweden, or Finland? I told you we cover everything here at HQ Sports, including table tennis. China absolutely dominates this sport, winning literally every individual and team gold ever. Singapore, South and North Korea, Chinese Taipei, and Japan have also medaled, along with 1 silver medal for Germany. Ah, yes, Germany. 23,100 of you know your Olympic table tennis. I'm proud of you. That's an interesting one. I love it. All right, we're going to keep the rounds coming in hot. Round number 7, here we go. What all-time single-season NBA record did the Houston Rockets' leading scorer set this year? Most turnovers, most free throws made, most three-point attempts. It would help if you know this man. It feels like Harden does all of these things all the time, but his three-point attempts this year went over 1,000. The next closest, oh yeah, there he is, hitting that 3. Cure the beard. Most three-point attempts made is the answer here at round number 7. 27,035 of you getting that one right. And I was going to say the next closest ever was Steph Curry with 886, and that was a few years back. We got game 5. They're tied up tonight. Series is tied. Ooh, who do you want to win? I kind of want the gets to win. Round 8. What fighter has the most wins in UFC history? Matt Hughes, Demetrius Johnson, or Donald Cerrone? Most wins in UFC history. There may have been greater champions, but there have been no greater winners over the long term than this guy.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone!
The cowboy himself, Donald Cerrone, is your answer here at round number 8. 17,372 of you knew that one. I think his baby stole the show, though. Dexon, I think his name is. Oh, my God. So adorable. Always bring a baby. You'll win over the masses. Round number 9. Who was the only player besides Rickey Henderson to lead the American League in steals in the 1980s? Vince Coleman, Ozzie Smith, or Harold Reynolds? Rickey led the majors in steals every year, but won between 1980 and 1991, and then led again in 1998. The only time in his first run where someone beat him was in 1987, when Rickey played less than 100 games, and Harold Reynolds had 60 steals. Harold Reynolds is your answer here. 7,563 of you getting that one right. Oh, yes. And the questions have officially turned to difficult. We are entering the final quarter. Let's see if you have what it takes. Round number 10. The only player with at least 50 goals and 50 assists this NHL season played for what team? The Edmonton Oilers, the Tampa Bay Lightning, or the Washington Capitals? Only 6 players had 100 points this season, but only one split his points as evenly as Edmonton's Leon Draisaitl, who had 50 goals and 55 assists. 55th assists. Edmonton Oilers is your answer here. 3,351 of you getting that one right. I'm telling you that TKO still affects me later on in the game. I still get a little bit dizzy. But 3,351 of you are moving on to our last 2 questions. Here we go. Round 11. Which of these countries was awarded the Olympic men's 4x100 meter relay most recently? USA, Trinidad and Tobago, or Japan? Jamaica understandably dominated the last few events with the greatest of all time Usain Bolt and other legends like Johan Blake and Asafa Powell. But Trinidad and Tobago won the gold for 2008 after Jamaica was disqualified for doping. Trinidad and Tobago is your answer here. 2,303 of you knew that one. You knew all about the DQ and all of that, and it's paying off because you are going into the final round. It all comes down to this. You worked so hard. You didn't mess with any PEDs or none of that. This was a clean training round. You made it this far. Can you take it home now when it matters most? Round number 12 coming at you. Who is not one of the top 3 home run hitters of our current decade? Giancarlo Stanton, Nolan Arenado, or Nelson Cruz? This is where it matters most. Tap that right answer. In the decade of the 2010s, the top 3 home run hitters are Stanton, Encarnacion, and Cruz. Cruz and Encarnacion have 305, and although Arenado led the league in homers for 3 seasons in this decade, he's at 195 total, not putting him in the top 3 in our current decade. Nolan Arenado is the answer, and we have 1,500 new HQ Sports MVPs. Congratulations! Oh yeah, 1,500 clean, even winners there. I love it. It looks like we're all taking home a prize of just about 67 or 66 cents. And I know what you're gonna say. That's more than you started with 16 minutes and 21 seconds ago. TX Oreo 63B, I see you there. 67 cents is coming your way. Slim Reaper, nice shoes. 67 cents is coming your way. Bruja, 67 cents is coming your way. I hope that wasn't a bad word. SG34 Thor, 66 cents is coming home to you, Rangers fan. I love it. Pop artist, I see you there too. Great pictures, everyone. What a win, right? Amazing work, Team HQ Sports. Congrats to all of our new MVPs. It's an honor, and the money is just a bonus, right? I'll be back next week with more sports-only trivia. Check us out every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when we play HQ Sports, so join us then. Follow us on Twitter at HQ Sports to keep up with our fun little polls and questions. Hey, listen, stick around for trivia and words. They're up next at 9 and 9:30. Try to win the Triple Crown of HQ, right? I'm Lauren Gambino. Keep up with me on social media. And until next time, remember to hydrate, focus, and keep your head in the game.